Okay, so this plant right here, this weird-looking root with the little red berries, people are spending over $1 billion a year on it. $1 billion! And I had one question. Does any of it actually work? So I spent 3 weeks reading clinical studies, talking to researchers, and testing it myself so you don't have to. And what I found completely changed how I think about stress, sleep, and the entire supplement industry. Stay with me because this is going to get insane. Let's start from the beginning. Ashwagandha, and yes, I'm going to say that word 100 times today, get used to it, is a small shrub. It grows in India, the Middle East, and parts of Africa. It has roots that go deep into the ground, small green leaves, and these tiny red berries that look almost like little tomatoes. For over 3,000 years, traditional Ayurvedic medicine has used every single part of this plant. The roots, the berries, the leaves, all of it. They called it a rasayana, which basically means a substance that promotes longevity and vitality. And for 3,000 years, people just kind of trusted that it worked because, well, it was ancient wisdom, and they didn't have double-blind, randomized, controlled trials back then. But here's where it gets interesting. Modern science actually decided to test this thing, like properly test it. And what they found is that ashwagandha belongs to a category of plants called adaptogens. Now, an adaptogen is not magic, it is not a cure, it is a very specific type of compound that helps your body adapt to stress. That's it. That's the whole definition. It doesn't eliminate your problems, it doesn't make you superhuman. It helps your body's biological stress response become slightly more efficient. And that distinction, that tiny distinction right there, is what the entire supplement industry is trying to make you forget. So what does the data actually say? Let's go through this properly. Study number 1, and this one is huge. A 2019 randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled trial published in Medicine gave 240 milligrams of ashwagandha extract daily to stressed adults for 60 days. The results? Statistically significant reductions in cortisol levels. Cortisol is your main stress hormone. When it's chronically elevated, it wrecks your sleep, tanks your immune system, messes with your metabolism, and makes you feel like the world is ending. The group taking ashwagandha had measurably lower cortisol than the group taking the placebo. That is real. That is documented. That is a legitimate win for this plant. Study number 2, sleep. A 2020 PLOS-ONE study testing ashwagandha root extract on adults with insomnia and anxiety. After 8 weeks, participants reported significantly better sleep quality, faster time to fall asleep, more total sleep time, and better mental alertness when they woke up. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, okay, but were those results dramatic? Were people going from 0 to 8 hours overnight? No, the improvements were moderate. Real, but moderate. And that is actually the honest answer that most people selling you supplements don't want to give you. Now, here's where the part where I have to be straight with you. Because the internet has absolutely lost its mind about this plant. I have seen TikToks claiming ashwagandha will cure depression. I have seen influencers saying it fixed their ADHD. I have seen people claim it's basically a natural antidepressant that works better than medication. And I need to look you directly in the camera and say, that is not what the science shows. Not even close. Ashwagandha has shown some mild anxiolytic effects, meaning it may take the edge off anxiety for some people, but it is not a treatment for clinical depression. It is not a replacement for ADHD medication. It cannot rewire your brain chemistry the way pharmaceutical interventions can. If you are dealing with serious mental health conditions and someone told you to just take ashwagandha instead of seeking professional help, that is genuinely dangerous advice, and I need you to hear that clearly. What about testosterone and muscle building? Because that's the other massive claim floating around fitness communities everywhere. The data here is actually kind of interesting. There are a few studies showing that ashwagandha supplementation in men may modestly increase testosterone levels and improve muscle recovery after resistance training. One study showed an increase of around 15% in testosterone compared to a placebo group. 15% sounds impressive until you realize that's still within a completely normal physiological range. You're not going to turn into a different person. You might recover from your workouts slightly faster and feel a bit more energetic. If you're training hard and eating well, ashwagandha might give you a modest boost. If you're not training and eating terribly, ashwagandha is not going to save you. So who should actually take this? Here's my honest answer after everything I've read and researched. If you are a generally healthy adult who is experiencing chronic low-grade stress, having trouble falling asleep, feeling mentally fatigued but not clinically depressed, and you already have your basics covered, sleep hygiene, nutrition, exercise, sunlight, then ashwagandha might give you a genuine, modest, real boost. The dosage with the most research behind it is between 300 and 600 milligrams of a standardized root extract per day taken consistently for at least 6 to 8 weeks. Results are not immediate. This is not caffeine. This is not a stimulant. It is slow, cumulative, and subtle. The problem is that the supplement industry doesn't make money selling you slow, cumulative, and subtle. They make money selling you transformation. They make money selling you the before and after. They make money making you believe that this one plant is going to solve the stress that is actually coming from your job, your relationships, your lifestyle, and the fact that you're on your phone for 7 hours a day. Ashwagandha cannot fix that. Nothing in a capsule can fix that. What it can do is give your body a small but real biological advantage in managing the stress you're already dealing with. And sometimes that small advantage is actually enough to make a meaningful difference. That's the real story. Not magic, not a miracle, just a 3,000-year-old plant that science has finally caught up to. And it turns out it was pretty honest about what it could do all along.